Seturut atunomahisa God shalabonosi God. Shimini imanakoto superdoro inesiko. God is good, God is greater, and God is always mighty. And the might of God flows in every part of the world as it flows in every part of man. And because man did not find the way to know how he exists, he knows not how the might of God flows within him. That gives him the way to be the way he is and to be able to do the things that is done. All the ways of men are all the errors of men, and all the errors of men are the burdens man gave to the earth. And the earth took all the burdens of men and knew the time would come when it would return back to man all that man had given unto it. And so when man says that his world is crumbling, that he needs to do something about it, it is the way that God said it is too late. For man could not remember what he was told, that in all the ways he would dwell on earth. Earth is his mother and his father, and that in every way that it would give all things unto men, it would be the way in which man would always go forth, knowing that in honoring the earth, he would honor his father and his mother, that he may do nothing other than that which is in the goodness and love that would be given from him to earth. And the Lord thy God said it was not the way. The man plundered the earth. He destroyed the earth. He did everything that changed the constituents of earth. He brought everything that was repugnant to earth. And earth showed man that in all the ways it continued to give its benevolence to man, that man did not realize that it is because of earth that he exists on earth. For where else could he exist without earth? And so man did not understand what he was being told, that he must always find a way to love and do good. That in finding the way to love and do good, he would always find a way to continue in the journey that he began. And so man's world changed, because the world changed. And every way the world changed, it returned to man what man had given to it. And when man did not know that he was an instrument of the earth, he did not know how the earth would use him as an instrument to exact its vengeance upon man. And so all men went believing that whatever they thought and whatever they were able to do was because of themselves. They did not know that they could know nothing except that which is given from earth to man. And there were many who went foolishly believing that it was something extra outside of earth that gave to them that which they knew. And God said, because man is blinded by his own sins, he has no way of knowing wherefrom came his ideas. How was he able to do the things that he did on earth? And how was he able to construct the many things that he was able to do? And so in the absence of his divine intellect, man was never able to discover the truth, that he is nothing other than what earth has made him to be. And in every way earth reclaims man, he still does not understand that in all the ways that it is said, from dust thou art, and unto dust thou shalt return, he had no way of knowing that his whole existence on earth is as a consequence of all that which earth was able to give to man. And earth reclaims what it has given, that in every way that man descends beneath the ground at the end of its journey, he still did not understand that whatever earth gave it, earth can also take away. And so the concept of the earth as his father and his mother God was not understood, because he looked for a God that was not where he looked. In every way that all that which was of earth was also given into man, he would have known, had he searched within himself, that he is a replica of all that earth is. As for the children of your God, they were celestial beings, and they still carry within them all that which is of the sun. For in the reconstruction of earth, they brought a prototype of what they knew on the sun, and they replicated it here on earth, so that in all the ways that earth became a paradise, it was indeed a Garden of Eden. And the children of God have no memory of what it is that they knew, nor could they find the way to go within themselves to discover the prototype that is still in them. And everywhere we show them that the many major things that were done on earth was through them, it still did not register with them. That prototype is still within them. The children of God were waxed strong in the sacred knowledge that they brought with them from the Son. And the sacred knowledge enabled the children of God to be a creator like their God. But the children also knew that everything that they had created on earth was never going to last, because those that it was created for were never going to last. And when they destroyed the Garden of Eden, that is the paradise that the children created, your God showed the children of God why it is that they could not last. For they were destroyers. They were never builders. And wherever they saw anyone that was building, they destroyed it. And God said, you only have to look around. You only have to look around. They were always a people who were covetous of whatever they saw that they did not have. And wherever they saw what they did not have, they always wanted it. They found a way to steal. And they also found a way to deceive in order to be able to receive. And in all the world, God has shown man the way in which he became a deceiver. And the children of God did not know how they were deceivers, because the children of God forsook the ways that were given to them, that in all the ways we had said unto them, come out from among them. And when they come within your midst, send them away. And the children did not listen. And so wherever they enjoined the children in their own lands, your God showed the children of God that they prospered and they lived better than the children did. And God said to you, ask the children, is it the same for you when you dwell in their lands? And none of the children can say to you, oh yes, when I go in their lands, I can live better than they do. It is never the case. It is never the case. And when they found the many who were the leaders in the lands of the children, they deceived them into believing that they could make them rich and mighty. And because those who are the leaders of the children are faint-hearted and have not the faith of their God, they follow them to their own demise. And they became just like those that came to them, for they stole from the children that which was theirs to have. They fortified themselves with what they had stolen. And those who encouraged them to steal also took that which they wanted from the lands of the children of God. And so the children do not know why in the land of plenty they go the way of nothingness. And these things we have said to you that you may speak, teach, and preach them to all our children, that they may see and know why God told them. They are not of you. They were never like you. They could never be of you or like you. And when they found that they were those of the children who would not be deceived by what they came to them with, they found the way to destroy them. And so God always shows you the way in which the demons on earth work. What they cannot steal, nor can control, they will destroy. And they find every pretext in which to destroy. And so when your God says to the children, you have eyes, but yet you do not see, it is the way God asks them, do you not understand what you are being given to know? For everywhere in this world, it is the same old story. We come to help you. We come to show you the way to be like us. And it is always the way in which the children fell for the deceit that came from them. And every way that they fell for it, the children in the land perished. God said there was never a time when your God did not show the children who the demons and devils on earth are. And there was never a time when your God did not say to them, have you not eyes to see? And God said, you only have to look around. You only have to look around. They bring nothing good with them. They can give nothing good to you. And when the children of God did not listen, they found themselves crying out to unknown gods to save them from that which had come to them. God always tells you that The way that the children were taught to think is not the way in which they think today. For all the children of God believe that they have to model what they are doing in order to be like the way they are. And God says to you, tell them, all these things, all these ways, all these systems that they have designed that are crooked and corrupt cannot bring any good to you. For everywhere that you started out, you failed. Wherever you didn't fail, they destroyed it. And God showed them why it is that they were not able to be the way that they are, and they still do not understand. None of these things that you see happening are any of the things that the Mother, Father, Creator gods had given. They were not the things that you give either. So why do you want to replicate something that is alien to you and inimical and destructive to your own interests? All the children of your God continue to walk in the same path of the many who will perish. For they did not know that in all the ways they were great, they were able to create, destroy, and recreate again and again and again. That is the power of being God. And that is the might that the children of God did not discover within themselves, because they looked everywhere outside of themselves, never within themselves, to discover the might and power that is within them. Ye are gods, we said to them. Ye are gods. Gods do not behave the way that the tribes of earth behave. And wherever they went, they showed everyone there is no love in them. There is no love in them. For everywhere God told them they worship God with their lips, but their hearts are far from God. God says, you tell our children, that's what they do to you. Whenever they praise you from their lips. For their heart is hardened like stone, and it cannot feel the way you feel. It cannot appreciate the things that are of the divine, that is sacred unto the Mother and the Father God, as you can. And because you, when believing they are like you and of you, do not understand that they have not that which is of God in them. And all the children of your God went the wrong way. And when they did not take time to consider the things that were said to them, they find themselves continually crying out to an unknown God. Why us? Why us, O God? Why do they do these things to us? What have we done? God said, what you have done is that which was destructive to your own interests. You forsook what your God told you. You followed the wayward ways of the tribes of earth. And everywhere you followed them, you walked away to your own damnation and suffering. And these things we say to you, preach and teach and preach and teach and preach and teach and preach and teach. For all the ways of man are all the ways in which your God showed all the world that they have violated every sacred principle of the Mother, Father, Creator gods. And they have worked against everything that was sacred, holy, and divine. God brings everything upon the head of man. And God shows every man that every way that he is but a species unto God. that God can destroy man and create yet a better species of man. And every way that God destroys man, so will all the children of God given to dwell in the kingdom of your Father, Mother God, see the way in which God shows them the way they looked when they came from the Son on earth. For this form of the children is not the form that they had when they came from the Son, nor is the color that they bear the color that they had when they came from the Son. And so you must tell them why God said unto them, it is only when God decides to end the evil of man on earth will the truth be revealed unto you, the children of God. So whenever you say to them, they are not of you and you are not of them, they don't understand what you mean. But they will. They will. For in every way the revelation of God's truth will be given. God will show them why it is that God told them that the time will come for the transfiguration. And the transfiguration is the way in which the children are shown how they were when they came from the Son to earth. And it is when the transfiguration occurs that they will then receive again the great and mighty and divine spirits of Isis and Osiris. They will return to being gods of the sun again.